What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 13 of OKnowsSports, the best place for all sports news. Now that we're jumping into almost the offseason in the NFL, we're going to be diving into every sport. We're still going to be giving out our free bets of the week, and I want you guys to comment what you want to hear on OKnowsSports. If you didn't see the last Instagram post, I posted a quick little reel saying, hey, I want to hear what you guys think, what you guys want to hear on the channel, and what you want me to talk about, what you want me to give my takes on. So let's get right into it. By far the most requested thing on the Instagram reel was Mbappe. What's going on with Kylian Mbappe? What's going on with the young superstar from France? Is he going to the Saudi League? Is he going to take that deal? Is he going to follow the money? Is he going to stay at PSG because they give him some crazy media rights deal? Or is he going to go to Real Madrid and go to the Bernabeu? We're going to talk about that right now at OKnowsSports. So here's what you need to know first and foremost. He has not committed to anything yet. He has definitely said that he's going to leave PSG in the summer and he wants to go to Real Madrid, but he has not signed a single document or anything on paper yet. And that's according to Fabrizio. If you know anything about soccer, you know that Fabrizio is basically like Woj of the NBA. He's the guy. He tells all the best news. He knows everything. Fabrizio knows all. So he has not said anything yet about confirming that Mbappe is moving to Real Madrid, but Mbappe has had very advanced talks with the club and he wants to go there in the summer. For those of you that are not huge soccer fans, first of all, I want to say I want you to go watch last year's World Cup final with Messi, or I guess it's a year and a half ago now, with Messi versus Mbappe. Mbappe is one of two players ever to score a hat trick in the World Cup final. He is PSG's all-time leading scorer at 23 years old. He's France's captain. I mean, I'm trying to think of who to compare him to. I guess Connor McDavid in the NHL. He's a generational talent. He's been in the top three in the Ballon d'Or multiple times, which is basically like the MVP of the entire world for those of you that don't watch soccer. So Mbappe is the guy. And he wants to go to the Bernabeu. He wants to go to Real Madrid and join that absolute juggernaut of a team with Carlo Ancelotti running the team. We're talking about juggernaut. This is the best young core in the entire world. Jude Bellingham has been Young Boy of the Year, I think twice now. He's probably the best midfielder in the entire world. Tchouaméni barely even gets minutes. He could play and start on any single team in the entire world. He is their center defensive mid. He plays the 6 for them. And then obviously they've got Vinny, who was third in the Ballon d'Or voting this year. And he will play alongside Mbappe if Mbappe ends up going there. On top of that, if that wasn't enough, they got Rodrigo, and they got that wonder kid from Brazil, Endrick, who's 17 years old. So they are literally just a farm system of talent. They have extreme talent in every single position. They have veterans like Modric and Kroos, and they obviously have the young guys that I just talked about. Adding Mbappe into that arsenal is crazy. I mean, they're one of the heavy favorites to win it all, win the Champions League, and they're first in La Liga right now by 2 points. I mean, this is a crazy move. The best way to compare it, I was thinking about this today before the episode. I think the best way to compare Mbappe to Real Madrid is, for the NHL fans out there, is Nikita Kucherov going to the Edmonton Oilers. So what that means is one of the best players in the entire world, one of the top players, and one of the top goal scorers as well, going to a high-powered young offense that is literally one piece away from winning it all, if not already there to win it all. Another comparison I had is Luka Doncic going to the Oklahoma City Thunder, for the NBA fans out there. That's a team that is currently in the talks of one of the best teams in the entire NBA, adding a MVP caliber talent. That's exactly what Real Madrid would be doing with Mbappe. Here are the issues with the Real Madrid move. Sorry, bug in the air. Here are the issues with the Real Madrid move. Currently, Real Madrid needs to move some money around because of all the young talent they have and all the young talent they're trying to upkeep. Jude Bellingham's $140 million. He's worth, his market cap's $140 million. So they have a lot of upkeep to keep up with. So they are needing to move money around. That's the first problem. The second problem is Mbappe is a bit of a diva. He requires a lot of funds. According to The Athletic, which is one of the biggest and best journals for soccer, it's kind of like Bleacher Report, I guess. For basketball, obviously the soccer world's a little different. According to The Athletic, he was paid $200 million last season by PSG, even though his contract only states that he gets paid $72 million a year. he was paid over 200 million, and that's just because of bonuses and different things that he kind of brings in, like media deals, like media rights on his name and likeness. He wants those kind of things because he is a diva and he does care about the money. But this is the overlying thing. While I say he cares about the money, because he does, every player does, he turned down, if you did not know, $1 billion from the Saudi League last year. $1 full billion to play one season in Saudi Arabia. He said no, and he wants to stay at PSG. So he ended up getting paid $200 million. Not too shabby, obviously. Ridiculous amount of money. I would cry if I got paid even a 1% of that. But he turned down $1 billion last year to play in the Saudi League because he didn't think it was the right move for his career and his development as a player. I respect the heck out of that because now it looks like he's probably going to move to one of the world powerhouses as if he wasn't at PSG already. But it is interesting that he is such a diva with the money with PSG and Real Madrid in this transfer because he turned down $1 billion from the Saudi League. So if you want the money, just go there. But I'm glad he didn't because we still get to watch him. We still get to watch him in the Champions League. And that leads into our next segment. We got a few comments talking, let's talk more soccer. Let's talk about the Champions League coming up. This is perfect timing. We got games next Tuesday. We got games Wednesday. We got some great games coming up. City's in top form again. They've got a pretty easy matchup with Copenhagen. And then we're really going to dive into the Real Madrid matchup because we already have talked about them a little bit. We've talked about Vinny. We've talked about Rodrigo. We've talked about Jude Bellingham. I mean, they're top class right now. They're first in La Liga, as I said. And they're playing an RB Leipzig team that is underrated. They're fifth in the Bundesliga. They haven't had the best year, but they've got some young talent. Not Real Madrid's young talent. I'm not going to sit here and say they have Real Madrid's young talent, but for the soccer fans out there that requested this, shout out, first of all, for you guys commenting. I love when you guys comment. It makes my day because it makes the content more fun for me because, as you guys know, it's on the fly here at OKnowsSports. So I read it, and I'm like, oh, let's go, Mbappe. Or, oh, let's go, some UCL Champions League talk. Oh, you want college basketball picks? Sure. We love that too. So, it's all off the cuff here. But back to the matchup with RB Leipzig. And Real Madrid, they have some young talent. I don't know if you guys remember, for the soccer fans out there, Xavi Simons, the wonder boy from PSG, he's 20 years old now. He's actually second in the team in goals with 5, and he's leading the team in assists. He plays almost every minute for them at the 10, and he sometimes plays out wide as well. This guy is unreal. He's fun to watch, and I recommend, if you don't watch a ton of soccer, tune in next Tuesday because Real Madrid and RB Leipzig is going to be a fun matchup of a bunch of young talent. I want to talk about some young talent. This kid from Belgium, Luis Openda, has 14 goals in the Bundesliga right now. He's leading RB Leipzig by 9 goals. He scored in 4 of his last 5 games. I don't know what the odds are on him to score. I honestly have not checked. But as it gets closer, stay tuned on the Instagram in case I have any UCL props or UCL bets that I think everyone should take or everyone should tail on. I might post those as well. I'll get a little frisky, a little UCL midweek bet. So we'll see what happens with that. It's an exciting UCL slate. I know Barcelona's playing Napoli. That's always a classic matchup that's happened a few times in the last few years. And Porto and Arsenal will be a good matchup. I think Arsenal kind of clean house with that. But Porto's a good team. They're amazing at home. So that'll be cool to watch. UCL is awesome. I think it's pretty unique that soccer, for those of you that don't watch a ton of soccer, they play the Champions League, which the Champions League is the best 64 teams in the world during their club season. So it's like mid-season. They do like Champions League break. So it's really unique because soccer is a world sport, as everyone knows. So they take the best leagues in the world and they take the 4 best teams from each of them and then some rest of world teams as well. The best 64 teams just kind of brawl it out. They are each put into groups, and then the top 2 out of each group make it into the knockout stage. Now we're in the round of 16, which is the knockout round, but they play 2 legs, 1 away, 1 at home for the round of 16. So get excited to watch that. If you don't watch soccer, definitely tune in because this is exciting soccer to watch. Now we'll get into the Super Bowl. Obviously, the big ticket this weekend. You know how it is. It's Sunday. It's one of the biggest days of the year. It's basically a national holiday. For those of you that got work Monday, school Monday, go ahead and take that off because it's basically a national holiday. Come on. I think the teachers, I think your boss, they'll probably understand. But we're talking Super Bowl. 70% of the public is betting on the Chiefs. And whether you're a betting man or whether you're a betting woman or not, I think that is screaming to take the 49ers. I like the 49ers to take down the Chiefs. All the NFL needed was the Chiefs and their narrative with Mahomes, with Kelsey, with Taylor Swift, with all of this aside. They needed them to get to the Super Bowl. They didn't need them to win it all. If they do, great. But the 49ers are a better football team than the Chiefs. Yes, Patrick Mahomes, unfortunately, is the greatest player on earth, the greatest football player on earth that we have. But Christian McCaffrey's not too far behind him. And I love the way that the 49ers have been playing. I like how they squeaked by. They showed resiliency coming back against the Lions. They should have lost, scored 27 unanswered points. I like the 49ers in this one. Comment below what you think about the Super Bowl, your prediction, and tell us, do you think I'm completely wrong and the Chiefs are going to blow them out? Because they got Patrick Mahomes, dude. Oh no, sports, you kidding me here? They got Patrick Mahomes. Give me a break. Or do you agree with us and you think Brock Purdy's got it in him? I don't know. I'm interested, so please comment below and let me know your takes. Now we'll jump into the bets of the week. We're going to stay strictly with the Super Bowl because it is a national holiday. We're going to start with our whale play of the week. Our whale play of the week is Rashee Rice over 6.5 receptions at -115. This line is hit in 6 of the last 9 games and 2 of the last 3 playoff games. He had 8 catches last game. In my opinion, he's been Mahomes' guy. You know we've talked about him all year on OKnowsSports. We've been loving this guy from SMU. He's Mahomes' guy. You're going to rely on your guys in the playoffs. It's just that simple. Kelsey, Pacheco, we'll get into later, and Rashee Rice. Those are Mahomes' 3 guys. He needs to throw the ball, whether it's 8 little check down screen plays or whether he's going 8 for $150. I like this play a lot over 6.5 receptions. That's our whale play of the week. Our second play of the week is backing the second best football player on the planet, Christian McCaffrey. I like him over 90 rushing yards. This line will be -115 on the majority of your books. And he has hit this line in 4 of the last 5 games. The bottom line is I stick to this no matter what. In the biggest games, the biggest players show up. That's why Mahomes is in the Super Bowl every single year. That's why he's in the playoffs every year. McCaffrey is the best running back in the entire NFL. There's no 2 ways about it. The biggest players show up when the team needs them. He is going to show up on Sunday. I think 90 rushing yards is a great bet. Our third and final bet is Isaiah Pacheco, the other running back on the opposite side. -140 anytime touchdown. I love this because he has a touchdown in all of his last 7 games, and he has 8 touchdowns in his last 7 games. This guy runs like he's angry at the ground. You know we've bet on him frequently here at OKnowsSports. I love the guy. He's a 6th-round pick out of Rutgers. He fights like he knows he's a 6th-round pick. Not that he knows he's going to get paid next year, which he will because this guy is amazing. I love this bet. I love all 3 of these with Rashee Rice over receptions, McCaffrey over rush yards, Isaiah Pacheco anytime TD. Let's ride. I'm geeked for the Super Bowl. I said last week I wasn't that excited. You know what? I think I lied. I love football way too much to not be excited for a national holiday like the Super Bowl. Let's ride. I'm excited. Here we go. Drop your comments. Drop your best plays. Maybe you got a play that we should be tailing, or maybe you got a play that our subs would love hearing about. Comment below. You know I love the comments. I'll always interact and reply to you guys. Thanks for listening. This is episode 13. I'm your host, Owen Schiff. Peace.